In this video, I want to show you another useful ability in Microsoft Word. Let me show you the template here and see what it asks us to do. As you see in the template, it wants us to add a formula in my text. So first of all, I open Microsoft Word, click on the part that I want to add the formula and start to type the formula. But I have the formula prepared before as a picture, just as a pattern to know how to type it down. So I want to add this picture as a pattern to my text and write it down. Do you remember how we add a picture to the text? Yes, we go to Insert, Pictures, and you have to browse your picture and insert it. So now you see that I have added a picture of the two formulas in my text. We have two formulas. The first formula should be added inside the text, but the second one is going to be at the end of the text. So we'll start with the first formula. I have to click on the part that I want to add the formula. Let me zoom it in. I want to add the formula exactly here. So I click here, I go to Insert. In tab Insert, at the end you see Equation. In Equation, we have a drop-down menu. If you click on it, you see that different templates for formula are here that with some small changes you can make your formula. But the formula I have is not at all like one of these templates, so I have to add my formula manually. I go to Insert New Equation or just click once on this sign. So I insert new equation. And this type equation here appears here. So, and you see that we have design. In design, we have different signs and symbols and different tools like fraction, script, radicals, different tools that you need to write down your formula. So I start with H22. For H22, first, it is a script. So I first go to script, choose this script, and this script and subscript happens. Yes, it appears here. We have two squares, a bigger one, a smaller one. In the bigger one, I have to type H in capital letter, and then I use my mouse to go to smaller square and write down 22. Then I have to use my navigation keys on my keyboard to pass the subscript, and then I click equal. Then we have a fraction. This fraction should be chosen first and then subscripts should be chosen. So I go to fraction first. This fraction, linear fraction, is chosen. We have two parts in the fraction. In the first part, again, as you see, we have to add a subscript. So I choose it, and to add 2H2, I go to script, choose this subscript, and add 2H in the first square, and in the smaller square, I add 2. For the second one, we have two scripts. So I go to second square, and go to script, choose this script 2 times, and start with the bigger square. D, 2, F, N is chosen. So now the scripts are done, but I have to add parentheses. So first you have to use the navigation key to pass the subscript, and then for parentheses, first you have to highlight the part that you want to have the parentheses. I highlight this part, go to brackets. In brackets, I choose these parentheses, and the parentheses is added. So as you see, the first formula is pretty well done and finished. Now we go to the second formula. As I told you previously, the second formula should be added at the end of the text. So I copy the picture, paste it here. As I told you, this is just a pattern, and we will delete it after we've done. We just zoom it in and so start. I click the mouse on the part that I want to add the formula. I go to insert equation, and this is the part that I have to add my formula. In the second one, again, I have to start with a script. So I click on it. In the bigger square, I choose write x11. You see that we have a dot on top of x. So I choose x and go to accents. You know that this dot is derivation sign. So dot is chosen. Again, I choose right navigation on my keyboard to pass the subscript and add equal. So equal is added. Then I go to second part of my formula. Press another script. K should be written in the first square, and this is P. If you don't use your scripts and just start with writing down the letter, it is wrong. You see, I have added P first before choosing a script, but you cannot use the subscript. It is wrong. You have to first choose the script from the bar above and then write down P. So P should be capital. So I add P and 1, 2. Again, I pass it with the navigation bar key and use another script here. I should be capital. So it's well done till now, and then I add summation sign. Then I have to add a fraction. I go to fractions, and this time I choose stacked fraction. We have two parts in this fraction. In the upper part we have a script, and in the lower part another script. As you see, in the upper part we have KP, but KP is typed down before, so you can just highlight it, copy it, and paste it in the upper part of the fraction. You can use these tricks to save your time when you are typing. So I paste it here, but for the bottom part of the fraction, I write down HDC, all of them in capital letters. After that, you have to add summation and then another script. Now, you know that if you're familiar with the tools above, you can use them very easily. K is added and I in the subscript, but in capital letters. So we have a parenthesis here. I highlight this part, go to brackets and choose this bracket. That is good, but don't forget the minus sign before the fraction. I have to add the minus here. And then I pass the parentheses and we have to add x8 again in a script. X is chosen here and 8. So you see that the formula is done pretty nice, but I have to add the number 12 too. If I want to add it, I just click on one part of the text. I have to add it in a table. How? I will show you. We go to insert, table. I choose a table with 2 columns, just 1 row, and paste it here, and then copy this formula. Cut it. I cut it in a cell. How I can cut it? I can click right on cut and paste it in the cell, or you can, for cut, you can use Ctrl and X and paste it with Ctrl and V in your cell. And when you drag the line here, you can make your formula prettier. And then in the second cell, you can add the number 12. So 12 is done. But you see that I have to do some settings. I have to make some adjustments. I click it, align it to the left central right, I put it in the left, and for the second cell you can put it in the center, but as you see they are not well justified. So again I choose them and go to Layout tab, and in Alignment I align it to the center. Well, yes, you see that the alignment makes my formula better. You click it, you see that just something is extra here, and that's the borders of the table. I have to delete them. How? I just double click here on this small square, and you see that when you double click on it, design appears. In design we go to borders, click on it, and in borders I choose no borders. So you see that the borders here are all vanished. That's it about the formula. I just want to delete my pattern, delete it, and do the formula as you see. I hope you enjoy it. Goodbye.